welcome back. We're going to continue week 3, second session with the full guard bottom position with the sweeps and reversals. And today's going to be a cool one. We're going to be using our whole body to use our hips to literally hip bump our partner, our opponent over so we end up on the top again. Today there is going to be a few solo drills. That are involved, which will help our hips. It's going to help like the movement on our bodies. And we're going to add these into the warm-ups every single week, starting next week for week 4, and that will pretty much complete the 5 moves that we have for our warm-ups. That will get our body warm to different extents, get our body warm, get our heart rates up a little bit. Get a good sweat going, and it'd be really beneficial. All these moves that we're doing in our warm-ups are all moves, if not literally like the shrimp that you use, they're movements that are gonna help you do different moves in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, speaking of warm-ups, let's go ahead and get into our warm-up for today. Alright, let's get into these solo drills. The solo drills for today, the solo drills and the move itself it's all about the hips, baby. It's all in the hips. Anybody know that reference? Am I too old? Okay, I can give more. It's all about the hips, all about the hips. So these 2 drills, both are good because they focus on our hips and our hips swinging and rotating, which is a good thing, just kind of being aware of hip rotations in general. They're both good for that. One is purely more just good for the fact of self-defense. And we're going to start with that one. It's called a stand-up, oh my gosh, back fall, stand-up and base. So there's 2 parts to it. The first is the back fall part. I'll do a few different angles for you. If someone were to push you down, the 2 things that's bad to do, there's a lot, but 2 that are bad to do. One is to like tense up. If someone were to push me and I tense up and I fall back, like tense like that, my body's very stiff. If you heard, like I landed pretty hard just now, and if you're tense and you're not careful, your head's gonna like, boom, hit the ground. Imagine if we were on concrete, like at a parking lot or in the street. If you're on Monroe, somebody pushes you, boom, and that would hurt real bad. So that's one, is to tense up. That's not good. So what we want to do is we want to try our best to relax. We want to try our best to relax, and we want to tuck our chins down, and for safety reasons, we're not just going to fall back from up here. You're more than welcome to squat all the way down like this. Squat all the way down. Safe here. We're going to try to relax. Tuck our chin, we're going to try to relax. You can kind of do like a little Kia, like breathe out. And we come down like this. From this different angle. We're going to try to, we're not going to get tense. We're going to try to relax. Come down all the way, squat for safety, not too high. Tuck your chin, relax, breathe out. Just like that. Okay? The second thing that we don't want to do, we don't want to, a temptation is, if you're to fall back, and I'm trying to fall back slow, fall back, and you like catch yourself like this with your arm. The temptation, or that temptation to post out like this, if someone's like really pushing me or tackling me super hard, and I try to go like this, there's a decent chance that my arm's gonna like snap and break. I've had a friend where he tried to like, in middle school, jump over just fire hydrant-ish kind of poles. He didn't make it. Fell backwards, a good, 4 feet in the air. Fell backwards, tried to catch himself, and boom, busted both his elbows. Had a cast on each hand. It's very funny. So, don't do that. Don't try to post. That temptation is going to be there. Don't, though. To add to the back fall, how we deal with that temptation is we don't not do it, we just do something else that's going to be safer and more effective. We come down, we're going to do back fall, we're going to relax, but then we're not going to post, we're not going to catch ourselves, we're going to slap the mat. Relax, just like that. One more time. From this angle, you don't have to worry about playing a rock show or a band, playing drums or anything like that. Just nice and easy, so that your arms are doing something, they're not tempting to post and catch yourself like that. Relax. You can start your arms crossed like this over your chest. Relax, tuck your chin, breathe. Just like that. That's the back fall part. Okay, now the stand up and base. This is an important part. To stand up and base, what we're going to do is you're going to plant with a foot. My right foot in this case, I'm going to turn onto my left elbow, then to my left hand. What I want is my right foot planted, my left hand planted, and I want it to just basically be up on just my right foot and my left hand. I'm up on just my right foot and just on my left hand, just like that. Okay? Now, in order to get up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn to the side like this. I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to pull my other leg back, just like that. I'm going to come up. Okay? We're down. Use the back fall. I'm going to plant my right foot. I'm going to turn to the side. First would be my elbow and my hand. This hand can be kind of up, like this, kind of blocking your face. This is like a block, punch, kick kind of thing. Okay? This foot can serve as kind of like kicking someone's knees, shins. Again, I don't promote violence or anything like that. I promote self-defense though. If someone's trying to mess with you, especially if they're bigger and stronger and dangerous, I mean, I'm sorry, but you gotta protect yourself, right? Here we are. This can serve to kick, just like that. And what you're gonna do again, I wanna turn to the side, okay? I don't wanna be face square like this. Because if I pull back, one, it's hard to pull my leg back. I wanna turn to the side like this so that it's easier for my hips, my leg to rotate. See how I'm kind of more towards the side rather than facing you square like this? The reason why this is huge, the reason why this is really important. Imagine if you right there, I'm gonna try to scoot up so I'm like kind of by your feet-ish. Imagine if I'm sitting down like this, and if the way I choose to get back up on my feet, you're attacking me. I sit up like this, bam. Very easy, you can kick my face. You can knee my face just very easily right now, okay? A little bit safer way to get up. A little down like this. Is I plant my foot, right? I turn to the side. I get up on my hand. Then I'm here like this. I can block. From this position here with my feet down and my hand, I'm able to scoot back like this. The best thing is like when I get up like this and I can start backing away. It's like, whoa, man, I don't want to fight you. So that's called a back fall, stand up and base. So what I want you guys to do, you just be here, you go down, nice and easy. Plant a foot, turn, elbow, hand, this hand up, twist your body, turn to the side, pull your leg back. Boom, 1. 10 should be good for now for this drill. Do it again. If you're feeling comfortable, do the other foot. Other elbow, hand, turn your body, pull this back. If you're not feeling comfortable, just stick to whichever side you're comfortable and just do that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna do that 10 times total. Okay, and I want you to press pause, you're gonna go to another drill. So, and drill, pause. Hopefully you actually press pause and you actually drilled it. The second one, and this is really gonna be good for our hips, just swinging it, getting it active, getting it going. It's called hip rotations. What we're gonna do, so you spread out your feet pretty decently spaced, a little more than shoulder width apart. You're gonna have your hands spread out, just like this. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lift up right foot, left hand, and you're gonna let your hips swing like that, like a pendulum, hips facing the sky. Come back, hands are down, feet are down, lift up left foot, right hand, same thing. Let my hips swing like a pendulum, come back. You don't have to go slow and pause like that because that's just weirdly a lot of muscle. Just lift, swing, back. Lift, swing, back. Different rotation, lift, swing, pull back, lift, swing, back. Hip rotations, that's just gonna be a really, like I said, really good movement, really good solo drill. Pretty tiring, man. I would say hit 20 of those. Just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are pretty tiring, but those are good though. Those, again, not about speed, about being smooth. And they're all about focusing your hips, rotating your hips, rotating your hips. We use our hips a lot when we're grappling. So go ahead, 20 of those drills, and we'll get into the move, get into the sweep. Alright guys, we are back to the guard again. Time to get this move, this hip move action into an actual move. We're in full guard again, the bottom position. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hips to do a hip bump sweep to flip my partner over. Just for drilling's sake, the top person is just going to be back on their butt, hands down like that. I'm just going to make it a little easier, and we'll get there to make it a little more realistic and some tricks to make it more effective. Okay, so over here in the guard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my feet. I'm going to open my guard, split my feet, and my feet are going to go down to the ground. So we're all on the same page. We're going to go toward bottom person's right, okay? Bottom person's right. I'm going to open my guard, split my feet are going to come down to the ground. For now, you can kind of leave your arms up like this to kind of swing, kind of help exaggerate, I guess, the motion. I'm going to swing towards the way I'm going towards my right. I'm going to swing and turn my body towards my right. And I'm going to start sliding my elbow up and under my body. Get up to my elbow. I'm going to then try to also get up to my hand, my right knee. I'm going towards the right, my right knee. My right knee to come down to cover my partner's knee. For the same reason with posts, for the same reason the scissor sweep Tyler was talking about the other video, my knee's gonna come down to cover that. I'm gonna adjust my left foot a little bit. I'll talk about why later. Now what I wanna do is I wanna explode with my hips up and over towards the right, towards the direction we're going. I'm gonna take my hand, cup my partner's elbow, and I'm gonna explode, hip them over, and base out, and hands like that. One more time from this angle, and we'll do it one more time after from a different angle. Partner spread out like that, just help us out. Split my legs, open my feet, down. Swing towards the right, turning my body, getting up on my elbow first, then getting up on my hand. Knee comes down to cover, adjust my foot, make sure I cup my partner's elbow. I'm going to hip explode over, just like that. One more time from this angle, I'm going to towards the direction I'm hipping Tyler over. Swing, my guard opens, feet open, feet down. I swing and turn my body towards the right direction I'm going. Open my elbow, get up on the hand. Make sure I cut my partner's elbow, bring knee down, adjust my foot. I'm going to explode. Peace out. Like that motion that we were showing earlier in the drill, is you really gotta hip them. Like they should feel like when you're doing it. Hip them over. So do that 3 times each, and then we'll come back with some troubleshooting. Okay, I'm willing to bet. The tough thing about this class is the virtual component, where if you're physically with us, we could see like, man, you're doing this wrong, this is the right way. You could have a question. That's hard right now in this class. But I'm gonna guarantee you though, troubleshooting for this move, the toughest thing is gonna be, you might be feeling like you're like crunching, like using like a lot of core to get up, and it's like, wow, this is super hard. A big struggle that I honestly still have in this move, my partner's still down, hands down, is I split my feet, my guard, my feet are down. And then what I do is when I do the bump, even if I'm doing it really slow and I'm just practicing it, is like, I like come up like this, and I put my elbow down, and then I get it to my hand. But going from here to here, that just feels, I mean, like you're honestly, you're crunching. You're honestly doing a crunch. We don't got time for that. This is jiu-jitsu. This isn't, I don't know, step aerobics or whatever. We're gonna split open our guard. The key is, instead of coming straight up, where now I'm crunching, using my core to come up. Instead of that, that's why I was saying swing your arms to kind of over-exaggerate at first, is swing your arms to the side that you're going. We're going towards our right, bottom person's right. Swing your arms. So now, see how my body turns? So now, as I'm turning, I'm not really crunching up or anything. It's easy for me to sit up, to slide my elbow underneath. And now it's easy to get up on my hand. Versus, open the legs, feet down, coming up like this. And then I go, sneak my elbow in, and I sneak my arm up. Okay, so don't crunch. Don't crunch up. Turn. Turn to come up. Turn to come up. Obviously, if you feel like you got this after drilling as many times as you need to, don't do this anymore. Just you hear it open, just turn to come up. Yeah. So one of the things to kind of think about troubleshooting wise and making your bump more effective is just throw two things at you. If you think about it, just how you want to go like that. Yeah. I have a block here, my knee, right, your knee. I have a block here, and my hips are what's using to move this way, right? So I got something stopping the bottom of him, and I got something clipping him, his upper body. Pretty solid here. My partner's pretty solid here. So if I try to hit him low, and I'm really gonna try right now, I'm just gonna chill. This stops. If I try to, it's hard. If I go higher, it's easier. I mean it's easier. The higher the height, the higher that my hip bump is. So, touch backwards, bud. It's a good partner helping me out now. I split open, and I don't come up, crunch up. I turn. If I try to hip bump him here, I do everything right. My knees down, I'm blocking. I adjust the foot. I'm blocking his hand so he doesn't post out. Stop it. But if I try to hip bump here, I might be able to do it like a big mic. Because I'm on my elbow, it's harder because I'm going hip for hip, literally. Like I'm trying to attack his hip. But once I get up to my hand and I'm able to get higher, see how now I'm going to be clipping him here. And because this is blocking, clipping him here, it's going to be way easier. So the key there is, if you turn to elbow, don't just stay on your elbow, get up to your hand, and then come high. I want to come high, easier, way easier to clip them over. The last bit is your pushing foot. Little trick, a super solid black belt named Ryan Hall shows that I don't know, I just love this little thing. If my foot's like this, my left foot's down like this, in the position that it is, I'm setting myself up to push and explode this way, going backwards. So, without Tyler, just by myself, same thing with that hip motion. I do everything, I turn, I come up. If I leave my foot like this, right now, it doesn't really make sense for me to, I'm not setting myself up to have as strong of a push to explode that way, because again, it makes sense I'm going to push backwards that way. So what he shows is, I think it might be this way, maybe the best way. This way. What he shows is, when he comes up, adjust your foot. If I'm going right now, adjust your foot and just bring it back a little bit. Now, I'm ready. With my left foot by placement, I'm ready to push that way towards the right. So I have my partner, Tyler. I split open, I don't crunch up, I turn, now stay on my elbow, I come up. Here, my left foot, don't just leave it here and try to bump. I can still do it, but why not make it better for us and worse for them. Adjust this back just a little bit. Now when I bump, just add some, yeah, no, it just adds some good oomph. Okay, so try it again. Don't crunch up, turn, don't stay on your elbow, get higher, adjust your pushing foot a little bit. Go super slow, guys. Go real slow, and then we'll kind of bring it back for some live action thoughts. Okay guys, so before we get into sparring again with your partners, before you hip bump them over, just a few thoughts. I always tell people this class is like a Costco size sample. It's like Costco sample. You go Costco, it's the best date I've ever been on, man. My wife, she loves it. We go there, we just do sample. We hit the samples at Costco like 5 times. Maybe if we're not feeling too cheap, we go get a chicken bake, I don't know. But jiu-jitsu, it's like, I've been doing 6-7 years, he says he's been doing 8-9 years. We're decent, we're getting better, we're trying, but honestly though, we don't even really know jiu-jitsu, man. I mean, jiu-jitsu is hard. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot to it. And what I'm getting at with that is, I know you guys might feel like, man, you're doing this virtually and it's like not as good as physically. That's true, I'll be honest, that's true. But honestly too though, jiu-jitsu, the crappy thing about the pack classes is it's just 2 times a week, 50 minutes a piece. That's just not a lot of time, man, to learn jiu-jitsu in 10 weeks, to be honest with you. So I always tell people, we're showing you things, it might kind of feel like a water hose, like a lot of stuff. And honestly, that's okay, because it really is just a Costco-sized sample. We just want you to just have a little taste. Guard, attacks, triangle, arm bars, hip bumps. So what I kind of want to do before you guys spar, I don't know, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of Costco samples. In jiu-jitsu, I think I said it before, when Tyler was doing armbar and triangles, it's not just about one move, hitting it, boom, that's it. It has a flow. So this hip bump's a good example. There's 2 submissions that could exist from this hip bump. Yeah, for the hip bump, if I'm just doing the hip bump sweep, turning, high adjusting, I'm cupping the elbow, his post, so I hip him over and I take him over that way. But if I'm doing it and I don't, he posts with his arm out there, I can clasp my wrist, I can come back down, get a good angle, shoulder lock, Kimura. If I'm doing the hip bump sweep, instead of me coming over his shoulder, if instead, oh, here's another thought too. Getting up all the way could be kind of hard. Something I like to do. They grab the head and I pull them, yeah. So when they don't like this, they pull up. I just kind of come up with him. He keeps pulling up. I just kind of come with him. And then I leave my hand behind the head. I do the sweep. I bump. Post. But then same thing when I bump, I throw my legs up. Boom. And now we're in a triangle position. To get that triangle choke that Tyler showed a few weeks ago. So that's just a few, not trying to show off or anything weird like that. Just trying to inspire you that you're not going to get that in this class, but hopefully all these Costco-sized samples of jiu-jitsu that we're showing you, these moves, these concepts, these principles, it just makes you like, oh dude, maybe that'd be kind of cool to get some of that. So anyway, it's a little bit of inspiration there. Try it out again with the sparring, bump each other over, 2 minutes a piece timer, and then rotate, and yeah, should be good. Have fun bumping each other. All right, guys, week 3, that's a wrap. We're doing great, man. We're trying best to teach. You guys are putting in that effort to learn, and I just really wish I could like be with you guys and see it and experience it and feel it, and like let you sweep me and tap me out, and I'm looking forward to just hoping the day that can happen, man. You never know, maybe this term, you never know. Great work, stick with it. The drills, man, the drills, they're so important. Just real quick, inspiration or encouragement to you. Drilling, there's a saying, drillers make killers. And it's the idea that the amount of moves you learn that we teach you guys, they're gonna be like, like weapons, blades, swords, that you just keep adding new swords into your artillery. But if you're not drilling them, from the warm-ups to the solo drills to the partner drills, the scissor sweep, the hip bump sweep, if you're not drilling them like tens, hundreds, thousands of times, every time you drill it, you like sharpen your blade, sharpen the sword, okay? That's why drilling's important. Yeah, it's cool to learn a lot of moves. We're gonna teach you guys a good amount in 10 weeks, but unless you put in the time to drill it yourselves over and over and over again, it's like how you're just gonna have a bunch of dull swords that mean nothing, that kill no one. Okay? So drilling's important. Don't dock it. I don't know. Drilling's important. That's the base thing I wanted to say. Super proud of you guys. Thankful for you guys. Next week, we're going to learn some cool stuff from the butterfly guard. See you guys next week.